Hey Encounters community, I hope you all are doing well and that you're looking forward to the spring weather coming upon us. It's been a little while since I last posted an encounter, but I've been working really hard on this encounter and I hope you guys enjoy it. This is actually our last encounter of a featured guest 9-to-5er artist in this project. We only have one more encounter left, and that last one will be an artistic piece of my own. So, with all of that said, our next encounter is encounter number 23, entitled Mediterranean Beats with Christos. Our featured 9-to-5er artist is Christos, who is a chemical engineer and a poet. And Christos is also my dad, or as we say in Greek, my baba. For this encounter, my baba and I decided to feature two kinds of art, one of them being one of my dad's published poems, and the other, which I found kind of interesting, is that I came to discover that my dad used to perform in a Greek folk music band back in the day. So I made a music video to one of the songs that he performed that is essentially an homage to Greece and our family there and all things that I think make Greece such a beautiful country. So I hope you guys enjoy this encounter. I want to keep my intro pretty short and sweet since it is a long encounter that I want you guys to fully enjoy. But I do want to say that I'm very happy that I get to share the stories of all of the artists that I featured, but especially the fact that I've been able to share the stories and art of both of my parents on this project. My first guest featured 9-to-5er artist was my mother, who's a visual artist, and now I'll be concluding with my baba, who is a writer. And I look up to my parents a lot, and they have inspired me as a creative individual. My father and I have a lot of similarities in terms of the art that we choose to express in. He is a writer, and I feel like I have found a home in my songwriting. And really, for me as a musician, I don't think that I would even be a composer, or however I've considered myself at this point, without someone like my father, who's just so diverse in his musical taste and really just opened me up to the world of music as a kid. And really, it's just been such a pleasure to grow up in a family where it was valued to be creative, to explore, to be open-minded, and to just find joy in the arts, which for me has essentially been the joy in my life. And really, Encounters is this place that I've been so happy to share the stories and art of so many different people, because really I believe that creativity comes from our individuality and our uniqueness, and so essentially it shows who we truly are. So I hope you guys enjoy this encounter with my dad, and I hope you do stay tuned because we have only one more encounter left. So enjoy this encounter with Christos, and I'll be in touch again soon. Bye!
Hi, my name is Christos. I'm a practicing chemical engineer, and I also write and publish literature, mainly poetry and essays. I started writing poetry at the age of 15, and a couple of years later I made the decision to study chemical engineering. I ended up studying chemical engineering at a university in the US through a scholarship, and I have been working as a chemical engineer following my graduation. Initially, I worked in research and development, figuring out processes by which we could put metal coatings on plastics for electronic applications. And after that, until today, I work in the field of environmental protection managing the cleanup of heavily polluted sites. In literature, I am self-taught. Although I took a few literature courses in college, most of my education comes through my continuous reading and studies of my personal studies of the masters. I write poetry in Greek, and over the years I have published 7 collections of poetry in Greece, and one of them was actually shortlisted for a Critics Award in 2014. Although it's not apparent at first look, there is a compatibility between these two activities of mine, poetry and engineering, in the way I function as a thinking person. It seems that in the process of employing them, they feed off each other. First, there's the curiosity, the enthusiasm, and the laser-like focus on the subject. Then there are the free associations of the mind that creatively combine all the previous knowledge and observations. At some point, there's a leap or several leaps of imagination. And finally, there's the discipline of organizing the material in the most effective way and putting it to work either as a poem or as a finished engineering project. Here, through the good services of Demi's website, I offer you a sampling of my undertakings in the arts that include poems and also some music from the time that I was a member of a band that played ethnic music towards the end of my graduate school years. While for now the challenges of my engineering work seem to dominate the symbiotic relationship with poetry, in the end it is poetry that defines that symbiotic life between poetry and engineering. Elegance in engineering solutions as with elegance in language. I hope you enjoy it.
For years, we used to take ferry boats across. Thinking of it now, it seems more and more like the mythic journey on that lake, not far from these shores. When the waters grew rough and the boat shuddered with a dull, dreadful sound, the bridge appeared, like a guardian angel hovering above. And my mother would say, as if seeing a vision, "None of this quaking and shaking. We'd be in the village before you could say boo." And father, seems rather difficult to me, though from what they say, not entirely impossible. And I would stare out into the emptiness until I saw it there over the water, carrying us all to safety. People, cars, and ferry boats too. It seems a chimera to me, even today, when it has pylons, legs of cement that stand firmly beneath the waves, its wings beautifully outstretched, made of taut iron wires. Over it flows the traffic of recreation and of commerce. Watching it, I think again of the journeys on the choppy waves. I think of you both on your lonely journey toward the shore of absence. Across the way, to motionless mountains, indifferent to weather and time. On the beach where I now stand, a slip of beach grass bending against the rage of the wind. And the bridge bringing us together over the waters of forgetfulness.
Η γέφυρα. Τόσα χρόνια που περνούσαμε απέναντι με τα φεριμπότ, τώρα που το σκέφτομαι μοιάζει όλο και περισσότερο σαν ταξίδι μυθικό σε μια λίμνη, όχι και τόσο μακριά από εδώ, όταν αγρίευε το νερό και τράνταζε το πλοίο που βογκούσε με ήχο υπόκοφο και φοβερό, η γέφυρα εμφανιζόταν μπροστά μας σαν φύλακας άγγελος εξ ουρανών. Η μητέρα μου να λέει με οραματισμό, χωρίς τέτοιο ταρακούνημα και κακό, κι ώσπου να πει σκήμινο φτάσαμε στο χωριό. Και ο πατέρας μου φαίνεται μάλλον δύσκολο από ό,τι λένε, όχι όμως και εντελώς αδύνατο. Κι εγώ κοίταζα έντονα απ' έξω στο κενό, μέχρι να τη δω εκεί πάνω από το νερό, να μας περνάει απέναντι όλους σόους, ανθρώπους, αυτοκίνητα και φεριμπότ. Τη βλέπω σαν μια χήμερα ακόμα και σήμερα, που έχει πυλώνες, πόδια τσιμεντένια και πατάει βαθιά κάτω από τα κύματα. Και πτερίγια όμορφα απλωμένα από καμπύλα σιδερένια σύρματα. Επάνω της κυλάει η κυκλοφορία της αναψυχής και της εμπορίας. Την κοιτάω και σκέφτομαι ξανά τα ταξίδια πάνω στο άγριο κύμα. Σας σκέφτομαι και τους δυο στο ταξίδι σας το μοναχικό προς την όχθη της απουσίας. Απέναντι δυο βουνά ακίνητα και αδιάφορα για τον καιρό. Στην παραλία που στέκομαι εδώ, ένα λιγνό αρμυρίκι που λυγίζει κάθε φορά στου ανέμου τη μήνη. Και η γέφυρα να μας ενώνει πάνω από τα νερά της λύθης.